If you hold a U.S. green card, whether through family, work, or another path, it's important to know that permanent residence is not unconditional. Under current U.S. immigration policy, routine missteps by lawful permanent residents can put their status at risk. So in today's video, we're going to break down 8 key mistakes green card holders should avoid, explain why each one matters, and say how to steer clear of trouble. Number 1. Misrepresentation to USCIS or immigration officials. Honesty is critical in every communication with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, or during interactions with immigration officials. If you submit false or misleading information, whether accidentally or intentionally, during a petition, application, or interview, or provide misleading statements, even outside of formal filings, whether at the port of entry, at an interview, or in routine inquiries, it can be damaging. Misrepresentation doesn't require intentional deceit. Even unintentional inaccuracies, if material, can create trouble. For example, if an official believes you have distorted a fact that would affect your status, it can lead to removal proceedings. Given how high the stakes are, avoid speculation, assumptions, or incomplete answers in formal immigration contexts. Always be truthful, double-check forms, and if you're unsure how to answer something, seek legal advice rather than guessing. Number 2. Getting convicted of certain crimes. Criminal convictions can jeopardize your status. While not all crimes automatically lead to deportation, convictions for certain offenses, especially those involving moral turpitude or aggravated felonies, can trigger removal proceedings. It's not just the sentence or jail time. Even a plea to a qualifying offense can be problematic. If you're unsure how a conviction might affect your status, consulting a qualified immigration attorney before or immediately after court involvement is essential. This highlights why seeking legal guidance early and often is a smart strategy. Number 3. Failing to pay taxes. Green card holders are required to file U.S. federal income taxes as residents. Ignoring this obligation can raise red flags with immigration officials. Not only does filing taxes demonstrate compliance with U.S. law, but it also helps establish that you maintain significant ties to the United States. Failing to pay when required, or filing incorrectly, could be interpreted as a lack of attachment to the U.S. financial system, which can be problematic if your status is ever scrutinized. Number 4. Failing to notify USCIS of an address change. Green card holders are legally required to notify USCIS of any change of address within 10 days of moving. This is done using Form AR-11, Alien's Change of Address Card. Failing to do this can make it appear as if you're avoiding communication or not complying with the law. It also increases the risk you might miss important notices about your status, court dates, or required actions. When possible, update both USCIS and the U.S. Postal Service so that important mail reaches you. Number 5. Staying outside the U.S. too long. The most common and potentially serious mistake is being outside the U.S. for extended periods. Simply having a green card doesn't guarantee you can stay abroad without consequences. If you are gone for more than 6 months, U.S. border officers may question whether you've abandoned your residence. Being away for a year or longer can make your green card invalid as an entry document and may force you to apply for a returning resident visa or prove your intent to return. The key idea is that a green card is meant for people who live primarily in the U.S. Extended or repeated absences can suggest your main life is now elsewhere. Number 6. Failing to maintain strong ties to the U.S. Ties matter. If an immigration officer believes your personal and professional life has shifted outside the United States, this can negatively affect judgments about your residency intent. Ties include things like property ownership or a lease, employment or regular income in the U.S., a family and community connections, filing U.S. tax returns regularly. If all these remain in place while you travel, it's easier to show that your U.S. residency is still home. Number 7. failing to file Form I-751 on time. If you obtained your green card through marriage and it's conditional, you don't automatically become a permanent resident after 2 years. You must file Form I-751, petition to remove conditions on residence before the conditional card expires. Missing this filing deadline can lead to automatic termination of your conditional residence status and possible deportation proceedings. This requirement is often overlooked, especially for those who secured a green card early in the marriage. So setting reminders and planning ahead is crucial. Number 8. Suspicions of a fraudulent marriage. Closely related to the previous point is the risk that immigration officials will question whether a marriage was bona fide. If USCIS suspects marriage fraud, that is, marrying solely to obtain immigration benefits, your status can be challenged and your green card may be revoked. To avoid this, provide as much credible proof of your life together as possible. Joint leases, shared financial accounts, photos, communications, affidavits. Anything that supports the legitimacy of your relationship may help. If you found this video helpful in understanding key mistakes to avoid as a green card holder, tap like and let us know in the comments which point surprised you most. And don't forget to subscribe to U.S. Immigration Update for trusted, clear, and timely coverage of U.S. immigration policy and practical guidance like this.